So now, as far as the business model, so we're doing the distribution. As far as CDs is concerned, and we're recording albums, right? And taking them to radio and all of that. But then I think it was just kind of like just processing all of that and just trying to figure out. Again, it was all about what else is in the value chain, and that's how we got into events.
What about the jazz side?
So
Because that one, there's no, like, that's where I was getting about this.
so for sure, Kijiji Records put out the first Kenyan jazz records. The history of Kenyan music hasn't proved us wrong, and that's how we marketed them anyway.
Yeah.
We didn't go very far in our research, but we're like, you do know. I mean,
I get it.
So and at least jazz this way. Maybe they were instrumental records, but these were jazz records, right? So in the first, Helen came first. Helen came first.
Zamar.
And so Helen came to the studio, and he was trying to do a project, I think, or either a few songs. I can't remember what it was, but he was singing. And then I can't remember what made us shift gear. Maybe we had him play on one of the songs and we're like, dude, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
And I remember he was so fast at writing songs. Like, it was unbelievable how fast that guy wrote his songs. Like, literally, it'd be like 10 minutes, it's like, okay, cool, I have the song. And it was that fast.
Wow.
So at that point, now hearing that sound that we were trying to create for Cheesy, but now jazzed up and with a sax as the lead, it just made sense. It made so much sense. So we're like, so we put it out as our first jazz album.
That's crazy.
And that now just opened up our world. Like, we're like, okay, there's a whole pretty cool world that doesn't exist that us guys can literally create. So that's how we got into jazz. Helen was our first jazz artist. And then there's an interesting segue here before we get into hip hop.
And you have to also touch Keys of Life.
Yes. So now, as far as the business model, so we're doing the distribution. As far as CDs is concerned, and we're recording albums, right? And taking them to radio and all of that. But then I think it was just kind of like just processing all of that and just trying to figure out. Again, it was all about what else is in the value chain, and that's how we got into events.
Wow.
It was just basically asking the question, like, okay, cool, man. If we're controlling the creation of the music in our studio, if we're doing this, we need to control the events as well.
Yeah.
And so
give a taste of what people will hear.
Exactly.
And they'll get the product.
Exactly. But also the events, and all of this was Milele thinking, event is where you push a lot of product sales anyway. So it was, again, just this ecosystem. And the question was always like, okay, cool. What is it that we're not doing that we should be doing that could improve our margins, improve what we have as value, right? So that's how we got into doing events. And Helen's Zamar launch, if I'm not wrong, Zamar launch was like our first artist concert.
Wow.
Yeah. And And at this point, we're like, okay, cool. This is working.
What you've just made me remember and realize and why it was done. Remember Ruka Duka?
Yes. Yes, Ruka Duka.
That was bananas.
That was just distribution still, man. Yep.
Just explain it to somebody in case they wonder what Ruka Duka was.
So Ruka Duka was literally it was basically, it's experiential marketing. We didn't know it as that, right? It was basically creating these experiences that happen at the retail space of an artist being there, his music being there, and then but almost forming it like some kind of tour, right? Which is why we called it Ruka Duka, which jump from Duka to Duka. Man,
that was
you know stuff, my guy.
Ruka Duka was, and it was at that time. What do you call this? Nakumat.
Yeah.
Nakumat Mega.
Yeah.
I mean the different Nakumats you go and set up.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Okay, I want us to take a slight segue. I don't even want us to come back to hip hop.
Okay.
I want us to come back to Mavuno.
Okay,
because we've not talked about church.
Mavuno is almost like it's parallel streaming with some of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a 2-minute break. We're coming back.